So next game will be on Xalnaga Caverns. Just waiting for them to be ready. For all the people outside who are watching the free stream right now, there is a HD pass. You can get it on ESL.tv. Just check it out there, ESL.tv/order. And there's a HomeStory Cup HD pass. Just get it right now. We are here 3 more days. We have a lot of games coming up. We have 4 more groups today. We have the top 16 tomorrow, and also the last games on Sunday, which is the consolation, winner bracket final, and the overall final. So it's worth it for sure. You can trust us. We have a lot of players here. 32 players just made it to come to a city which is not even known in Germany, which is Krefeld. Yeah, it's a new place. It's the first time we have a tournament here. I just set it up like the last 3 months, and finally it works. And I even hope Manuel and Johan like it so far. No, he did it.
The start and the end of every game.
But we weren't even in the game.
Oh, really?
Here we go with Tyler DeMusliM.
How do you do that? Control W?
Yeah. You didn't know?
Wow. You really didn't know it?
Well, what use have I for it? It's like you try to click on the minimap, you can't. Okay, let's go to the Muslim's base.
It's hardcore mode, man.
Wow.
I think it's really good for a big fight, but besides
the party's over. Hey, we didn't see too much of dual side, right? It's in the map pool. I think almost everyone
one of the
removed
new
it.
GCL maps, yeah.
People condemn the new maps too much.
Everyone's complaining that Xalnaga Caverns is so old and been played so many times and everyone knows it, but we keep seeing it back in the series because people feel comfortable. You have the same in online cups. People are like, you have like 9 maps and you have to both veto away 4 maps and then you play one. People are like, let's just go to Xalnaga Caverns. Alright, we're gonna end up with it anyway.
So far, each series I've seen, they just played like the very standard maps, like Shattered, Shakuras, Xalnaga. So, and this series is an exception.
was also in it quite some time at least. But beside that, we didn't see a lot of maps. Yeah, that's true.
So I could be saying we see standard openings from both, but I won't because Tyler's doing a slight deviation, which I think deserves notice. He is normally Protoss. They'll probably be scouting with their 13-gate probe. And he decided to put it back on minerals, which will give you exactly enough minerals to constantly make chrono boosted probes while still getting your cybernetic score the very instant that your gateway finishes. Now if you scout with 13 gate probe, you'll have to either sacrifice your number 18 probe for a while, like for like a millisecond, but it's something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or your cybernetic score, so.
But did he make gate at 13 or 12?
Yeah, 13 gate with constant
because you made
boosting.
gas 14. I thought usually you make gas 15 if you go gate 13.
That's true, but I started doing 14 gas recently, like right before the new probe comes out, and it doesn't actually slow you down, as long as you take like the correct probe from the minerals. So you can actually do that. So he scouted quite late, and the sacrifice is that he can't get into the Muslims' base to really scout out things, but like it's already walled off.
Yeah, doing a very great block here because he's gonna make his own command center here. Try to be safe against 4-gate with some kind of bunkering around here, I guess. And if he can block Tyler's expansion, then he will be way ahead if he ends up having an expansion much earlier.
That's a good point, and also with that engineering bay, you're gonna take away the possibility of the Zealot and the Stalker coming to the Terran base very quickly, and we've seen even great Terrans sometimes die to that. You cut certain corners in every game, and sometimes the corner you cut is the Marine production in the start. He actually let it finish. That's a big mistake.
Time to upgrade that armor.
Do you still bring 6 Marines in the bunker? That's a pretty big mistake. I was thinking if he's gonna forget it, and he actually did. I should have said it, now he won't believe me.
Yeah.
And adding at least 1 more racks for now. A pretty quick refinery. We saw that last game he made 3 more racks pretty quickly. Okay.
Here we go, I think
that might be the same device.
Yeah, it is.
So maybe he gets it a bit faster so he doesn't need to get double refinery, saving a little bit of minerals.
And
especially when he just finished the engineering bay.
Tyler is playing very safe with 2 gates, 1 robo, but I think
3 gates.
Yeah, adding a turn now. I think he really should have kept alive his probe and be able to scout this, because then he would just make expansion that much faster, in my opinion.
That's true. It seems like he's down 1 map and he's going back kind of to his roots. Zealots and sentries, no stalker at all. Okay. And that's exactly how he used to play what I described in the first game. 3 gate and robo, and then around 36 foot he's expanding, getting that observer out, probably getting maybe 1 Immortal or not. Just 3 Zealots, 5 Sentries, and then maybe starting some Stalker production.
Yeah.
And that's just completely the wrong kind of play against what DeMusliM is doing, or maybe DeMusliM is reading him. I mean, yeah, like Todd said, he lost his pro, so he doesn't know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
There was a wall off. Basically, he's playing completely blind.
Oh.
And,
The thing about PvT is like if the Terran expands, even if you have expand much later, it's still okay because you can chrono a lot of probes and stack them around there. And like once this one is fully saturated, you can even do some long distance mining on your expansion. And then when you transfer the probes, your echo will boom, and you can still like even on one base you can have more probes. You will still have more probes than the Terran with his expansion. He has mules, of course, but yeah. All I'm saying is that if your Nexus comes much later than, well, not that much later, obviously, but later than the Terran as his expansion is still not that bad, you know.
Yeah.
And of course, he has more sentries now than he would usually have if he had a very fast expansion. So that means that he'll already be gathering up a bit more energy. And
That's a nice replay again, by the way.
Yeah.
Doing it again, scouting everything, double forge, which is really important to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he saw everything. The robo as well.
How do you think DeMusliM should respond to that? Do you see double forge? You could get kind of worried that you're going to fall behind in upgrades. Would you set up a lot of upgrades for yourself or plan some kind of timing attack?
I think timing attack would be better, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, the thing is, he already has 4 axes, so I think he can do both. A timing attack while upgrading, maybe. That could be good, I don't know. Oh, yeah.
He actually does, yeah.
He's gonna react by going for a lot of upgrades.
Yeah.
But he knows there's not going to be any Colossi anytime soon because it's very gas heavy to go for dual forge. You can't afford upgrades plus Colossi.
And it also means there won't be a 6-gate push anytime soon. You wouldn't do that when you get double forge and upgrading.
Yeah.
Maybe 1-1 timing attack.
1-1 timing attack. Just Marines.
And Tyler, yeah, he's waiting a very long time before taking his additional gases. He's waiting until his expansion has at least 16 mineral probes. So I guess he's going to be getting a lot of Zealots, but he doesn't have that many gates. I think he should be adding at least 2 or 3 gates. DeMusliM getting geared up for an attack now. He's going to send a Marine first to see the sentry count, excuse me. And he decides to pull back, just seeing 5 sentries, but they have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
This is one of the build orders that Tyler allegedly refined against the computer. Something he likes to do. So as long as he doesn't get messed with, like get attacked or something, it's gonna be followed completely according to plan. Probably about up to even 100 food. I mean that's it's kind of unusual, but you can see the Twilight Council is lining up perfectly with the forges. And since they didn't fight yet, there's nothing to throw off his timing. So everything's going according to plan at the moment.
He's a little bit short on gas to start armor upgrade. And yeah, now adding more gates. I think he should even add 1 more.
He always goes 5 gates with this, so I don't think we'll see him add 1 more.
And DeMusliM very cautious of DTs, making a turret.
I already got the armory to get also upgrade the 2 upgrades soon.
Yeah. Not too far behind DeMusliM with his upgrades.
Yeah.
And we see he's not gonna do anything too stupid, like making another starport. He knows like there's not gonna be any Colossi anytime soon. So he just makes 1 starport, gonna start pumping out some medivacs and maybe droppings a little bit all over the place. He has to kinda guess or scan if he can to try to judge if the Protoss might have blink. Because yeah, it's obvious that Tyler will make a Twilight Council to go for the 2-2 upgrades. But then it's all about, is he getting charge first or blink? If he gets blink and he gets attack up front, it's very hard. Like blink is going to be pretty much useless in a fight because the Zealots are tanking, the Stalkers are just behind to attack, and he's going to be very good against drops. But on the other hand, if he gets charged, he's weak against drops, but good for a fight.
Yeah.
So,
but then he should play offensive pretty soon, shouldn't he?
Well, the blink is kind of a defensive upgrade in this case, but he's getting charged.
He might do a timing attack with 2-2, but I think that's not too much.
I think what he's hoping for now is that DeMusliM is taking a 3rd base.
Yeah.
Then he can come in, his 2-2 will finish around time.
Yeah, that's true,
and then he will just run in. DeMusliM will feel like he has to stand his ground.
Yeah.
That's what you want with the Zealots, for people to just stand still.
Yeah.
And of course he has those full energy force fields, there are no ghosts yet, so everything lines up perfectly. And if Ben is indeed not taking an expansion, very fast, as we can see. I think that's kind of a good anticipation, because it would be good for him to wait till Ghost.
Yeah, that's true, totally. He's already upgrading to 3-2-2.
Getting Blink and getting Templars as well, so he's going very tech heavy on just 2 bases. Hasn't started a third yet. He didn't kill these rocks, so it indicates that if he's gonna be taking a third, it will be the gold.
He's so aggressive in upgrading. Like already, it's minute 13.
Blink, charge, level 3/3 upgrades, and he wants to get Storm soon too. And the only reason he can afford all that from 2 bases is because there have been literally no fights at all.
Yeah,
if there were any fights and he had to replace any units, even 1 sentry or something, he wouldn't be able to afford all that right now.
But I don't get why Ben didn't at least try some drops. I mean, he was in a position to do.
Well, you see, Tyler is not taking a third, so he has a very small area to defend.
Yeah.
And there is a possibility of Blink. I mean, you see double forge, you know there's going to be Blink at some point, because you're going to have Twilight Council. So it will be a risk, which Ben chose not to take. Killing 1 pylon there with some ninja bio. Ben is 2-1, he's almost 2-2. Big fight happening.
Oh, and he got all those zealots close to the Marines and Marauder. The forces are pretty okay. He can't move with the Marines and Marauder. He just wants to fight.
He needs to do some force fields in the front of the bio now so that the stalkers can get away.
Oh, this is actually good for DeMusliM. He's killing a lot of units now, and while Tyler is running back, he's losing more and more stalkers all the time. A few more zealots, which can't help him too much, but this looks like already. Well, I think if this...
It wasn't a good fight for Tyler because he lost too many units, and even if he holds that, the damage has already been done. He has 63 supply against 123. Too difficult. It was the worst time to fight because his 3-3 was going to finish.
Yeah,
and he has the Templars Archive.
When you try to go for the 3-3 and the Templar Archives, if you fight at all before it, they're just going to be incredibly weak.
Yeah.
I know that Tyler has another deviation of this strategy where he stops at 2-2 and then he makes like 2 Robo Colossus. It could be that this would perhaps be a bit more advantageous because he wasn't under that much tank pressure. DeMusliM did not take a fast third, so going for Colossus might, I'm not saying for sure, but might have been good.
But by the way, the decider game, the decider for this best group is DeMusliM against X-Lord.
That's a bit premature. I mean, anything could still happen. They're still playing the game, right? Or do you think it's over already?
Yeah, it is over.
Okay.
Sassy style.
Come on, are you kidding me? It's 150 against 73, 1 base against 3.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep suspense.
Come on, just don't fake it. not if it's like
never
this.
fake it. Yeah, I think probably X-Lord DeMusliM will be quite an important game.
So also 2 old Warcraft players who know each other well.
Yeah, they're very old.
Yeah.
They're like bone old.
And Tyler, this is desperately trying to stay into this game.
Oh, he still has Storm. I mean, there's no reason to leave before you see some Storms.
I think even if DeMusliM start under the Storm, it wouldn't change much. But
can you check if there's still enough gas in the simulators to go for Mothership at this point?
816, 900, yeah, it's much enough. Long distance mining.
Like you said at the start of the game.
Yes. I knew this was going to happen. Oh, wow.
Better command centers.
Now look at this, he just sent all the Marine Marauders for 1, 2, 3 storms. Which tries
picking up a Marauder there, dropping him out again. Saving his life.
Yeah, and here we go with the GG. 2-0 for DeMusliM. Benjamin Baker just made it against Tyler.